Hi, everyone. This week, our Pathfinder game had to take a little break to accommodate some plans for Mother's Day, so I decided to run a session of Quest, loosely based around the lore of Disney's Haunted Mansion for our table, and I thought I'd share it with you all too. I'd like to thank Oliver, who you may know from Robyn's other podcast, To Have to Roll, for joining our table in this one-shot adventure. If you enjoy discussions on LARP events, cosplay, and Elder Scrolls Online, definitely check them out. I'll link their info in the show notes for you. And now it's time for the victims, I mean players, to introduce themselves. Happy haunting.
I'm Jen. I go by she, her. I'll be playing Margo. She goes by she, her as well. And I'll be playing the naturalist in this game.
Hello, everybody. I'm RJ. Today I'm playing Claude Le Beau, and we both go by he, him. He's an invoker. I'm a menace.
Hello, everyone. My name is Robyn, and I shall be playing Remmy today, who is a naturalist and a bit of a fighter. We both go by she, her. Sorry.
My name is Oliver. I go by he, him. I'm going to be playing the Duke today. They go by they, them. They're a skeleton. They're a skeleton fighter in this game.
Let's get into some narrative-focused TTRPG gameplay and jump right in. So, funnily enough, for being the character who is, we'll say, oddly alive for the Duke, you all finished one of your most recent quests. And I will leave that up to you all what that may have been. But at the closing of your last quest, you received a letter at one of the local taverns that you are the last living relative of a esteemed estate in the area. And you have been invited, along with your party, to come and claim the estate for yourselves. Maybe this will be your very first home base for your adventuring party. And you received this letter. So your story begins today at the gates of the Morgan Estate, a mysterious dwelling few in the area know much about. From the sleepy port town of O'Crane to the peaceful waters of Mount Negran's lake, you'll find peace and prosperity. In this world, magic is common, danger is ghoulish, and daily life is abundant with pleasures. People here are hopeful that the gods will answer their prayers, but strange stars haunt the skies. You stand at the gates of this grand estate with rolling lawns and beautifully manicured gardens. Off to the east sits what appears to be a family cemetery with a mausoleum and a worker out there toiling away, headstones lined up in neat little rows. And as you move towards the north, you see a structure, not particularly large, but grand compared to the homes that one may see the common folk of the area dwelling in. And as you walk up, you approach a door. It's a double door, large, beautifully stained oak with intricate carvings around the edges of flowers and serene landscape motifs. And in the middle is a knocker with the head of a lion. What do y'all do?
Well, I say, Duke, this is such a lovely property. I was wondering, how do you know these folk?
Oh, well, apparently I'm the last living relative. I don't even remember who this person is.
Oh, I'd say living being an operative word then.
Well, yes.
Are we committing insurance fraud? Because I'm fine with that as she's unscrewing the knocker. I'm fine with the insurance fraud. Completely. I just want to know to keep our story straight.
I mean, I guess we just knock, perhaps, or well, in fact, it's ours, so we could just walk in.
Maybe they'll have a key for you somewhere. I mean, like under the doormat or something, and we just, I mean, it's your house, isn't it?
Yeah.
Under the snail.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like such a good place to leave a key.
I'll knock.
You should have used the knocker. holds up the knocker. She's
knocker?
lifted off the door.
Oh, very well. And I'll go to the knocker that you're holding.
Holds it up to the door.
Oh no, Duke, my dear.
Jolly good.
Le Beau takes the knocker from Margo and then uses the knocker to just pound on the door and then hands it back to Margo.
Well, thank you. That works.
Good thinking.
All right. You knock on the door and you wait. And you wait. And then, as you turn about to look, you see the workers still out tending to the graveyard area, birds chirping in the sky overhead, the sun shining down on you on this joyous day, and the door gently swings open with an eerie creak.
Oh, how fortuitous. The door has opened for us.
You have some DIY to do on your door here, Duke.
Well, I mean, it's automatic. What more do you want?
I mean, your hinges are kind of creaky. Like, put some oil, snail oil on it.
Totally. I'll get around to it at some point, and my armor starts squeaking as I walk through the door.
Okay. You enter into a grand hall, decorated richly with stained wood panels and suits of armor. Portraits of who you assume to be the previous residents line the manor walls.
Le Beau goes up to one of the portraits and inspects them. He leans on a walking cane. Might as well get into character descriptions here. Le Beau is an older gentleman, salt and pepper hair. He wears an eye patch over his left eye, right eye. Currently wearing the sort of military chic outfit where it's like buttons, belts all over the place. At his hip, there is a sort of chain, and along it are various holy symbols. And he'll just scratch at the scruff of his beard and look at the painting. I can see the resemblance. Very, very handsome family you have here, Duke.
I'll walk up next to Le Beau, and the Duke's a skeleton, and he has a mustache. I'll twirl my mustache. Yes, quite. So look at the pictures.
Well, I mean, you can see the similarities in like the bone structure, because that's all we've really got to go on here.
Well, we've always had good, well-structured bones in my family.
Very strong, defined jawline.
Good cheekbones.
Very good cheekbones.
Oh, yes. Careful not to cut yourself.
As Remy and
Careful.
Margo walk up to inspect these portraits as well, what do you two look like?
Remy is quite a young-looking, sort of humanish looking. You can see like there's lots of flowers and things on her. She has long blonde hair, lots of sort of sparkly sort of things going about around her skin, and she doesn't wear any shoes either. She's just completely barefooted as she's sort of like walking through this mansion.
Margo is about 6 foot in height, has these like blue to green horns kind of wrapped around her head. She has this poison purple berry hair that's kind of tangled and tied up in a high knot, kind of foresty garments of greens and reds, and what looks to be a cape over one shoulder, and 2 bright green eyes. They're not the right shade of green eyes. They're just almost glow in the dark shade of green eyes. It's almost as she's trying to attempt to mimic what human green eyes are looking like, but she didn't get it right.
Okay. As you all stand staring at these portraits, comparing them to your companion, you see 4 portraits in total. One is of a young girl with brown hair and a parasol behind her framing her head. The other is a dapper man staring out pleasantly at you in his best Sunday suit. The next is an elderly woman holding a red rose. And the final portrait is of another gentleman looking a bit more stern. And as you stare at them and have this conversation, they appear to begin stretching before your eyes, and the wood groans around you as the ceiling elongates itself. And the girl is revealed to be walking on a tightrope, holding a pink parasol, balancing over a crocodile with an open mouth, precariously. The dapper man looks out from atop the shoulders of two men below him as they slowly sink into quicksand. The elderly woman holding the rose sits atop her husband's gravestone, his bust displayed, an inscription of a loving husband. But atop his bust, wedged into his skull, appears to be a hand axe. The final portrait of the rather stern-looking gentleman reveals a man standing there, the top half of him dressed in his Sunday best, the bottom half of him in striped undershorts and socks, standing on a powder keg that is implied to be ready to explode. And as you take this sight in, suddenly from behind you, you hear, "Welcome."
Oh, ma. Hello there.
My jaw drops, literally. Drops off.
Puts the jaw back on upside down.
As you all turn, in a mere instant, the walls around you appear to have never been changed at all, and the portraits are suddenly back to their normal form. May I inquire as to who you are? And you see before you a person with pale, sickly, almost green skin, who walks with a bit of a hunch. Their hair is hanging and stringy, and the top of their head is almost completely bald. And they stand there, their hands gnarled, clutched in close to their chest, and they are wearing a butler's uniform.
Well, you see, our dear friend here, the Duke, received a summons to this place saying that they were the last live relatives of this here family. Who might you be?
I am the caretaker. I take care of the home.
Well, lovely to meet you, caretaker. Do you have a formal name, or is that just what you prefer? And Le Beau offers a hand for a shake.
You may call me caretaker, that is fine. And they reach out with their gnarled and twisted hand to shake yours. The fingers don't quite straighten out in your hand as they shake.
Well, lovely to meet you. Well, Duke, do you have any questions for our dear friend here?
Oh yes. Is there someone we need to speak to for the front door key or something, or some deeds to sign?
No. That will all be taken care of once you meet the requirements of the estate. I assume the letter told you that you would need to spend one night in the manor.
Could well have. I'll check the letter again.
And you check it, and it says that the stipulation of you receiving your inheritance is that you come to the estate and you remain here for one full night.
Ah, there it is. Well, sure, it'd be rather straightforward.
Yeah, that seems like a perfectly normal request.
Oh, yes.
Fabulous, right this way. And as he walks off, he takes almost this pose, and then he shuffles off, and it almost appears, if you weren't looking at his feet, he's taking such tiny steps that it looks as if he is gliding across the floor.
Bit of a time slip there, buddy. As Margo follows after.
Margo, remember, it's just a jump to the left.
Yeah, and a step to the right. Got it.
And bring your knees in tight.
Something wrong with my pelvic bone. Hang on.
It's driving me insane.
I don't know what's happening. I feel like it needs to stop.
Sorry, we left the time warp on again. Let me just flip this switch and turn it off. And with that, he takes you down through the main area to a hallway. These will be your rooms for the evening and the duration of your stay. Master Duke, your room is on the end. It is the grandest of them all.
Oh, that makes sense. Who wants to see my room?
I kind of want to see your room.
I kind of don't want to be alone, so I'll see your room.
Is that a clear invitation, Duke?
Oh, yes.
No. Color me intrigued.
Let's see how big the bed is.
You go into the Duke's bedroom, and the bed is sizable, probably a California king by our modern day standards. So if you all needed to, you could potentially all fit on this bed together. It is grandly furnished, the same beautiful wood paneling. There is a large ornate mirror sitting in one corner on a stand, beautifully carved out of wood similar to the wall paneling and stained to match. There is a dressing table and a basin and a pitcher, should you need to wash up. There is also a wardrobe, currently empty of any garments. It appears that nothing has been stored in there for safekeeping. The bed is in pristine condition, not a pillow or thread out of place on the comforter. And there are large, thick velvet curtains that cover the canopy and hang down on the sides.
This is lovely. This will be the easiest night's work I've ever done.
Do you like these curtains, Duke?
Oh, yes.
Oh, that's a shame. Takes one down. They're moldy and awful. Folds them up. They're just terrible. Stuffs it into the bag. You shouldn't have these.
Oh, well, of course. If you think that's best, we'll get them washed up.
Definitely washed up. Keeps pulling down the rest of the curtains.
Now, Margo, you are messing with the room's interior, and now the energies are off. I learned about this the other day. It's like feng shui or something like that.
We could put up curtains, bed curtains. Not these ones. They're moldy and covered in moths.
As long as you return everything to its proper place, I think that's fine.
I'm sure that the caretaker will fetch us some more, or maybe dry clean the ones that are there.
And as you say that, you turn around to ask the caretaker for more linens, and they are gone. And you did not hear them leave.
My jaw drops up again.
Sneaky little devil, that one.
Puts the jaw on sideways this time.
Hey, would you like a hand with that, actually? And she'll take some, like, cause she's got flowers and stuff, so she'll take some of the vines and stuff. She'll be like, do you want me to tie it on?
Oh, no. It was just a shock, was all.
Oh, that never happens to mine.
I think you have a bit more wiring than Duke does.
Oh, I guess. Did,
Wear and tear. We talk too much.
Did anyone else see the pictures moving, or was that just me, spending too much time near weird flowers?
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I honestly thought it was the mushrooms we had last night.
Oh yeah, the mushrooms. I forgot about those.
Oh, yeah. I'll look at my, stomach cavity. There's a little bit of mushroom.
There's just a little one sitting in there.
I don't think they affected me.
I don't think so either.
Far be it for me to chastise any of you for imbibing in your own personal vices, but we are on a job.
Oh, yes. Well, we better get to work. And I'll go lay on the bed.
Excellent.
All right. And as you all lay down to take in your evening's rest and fulfill the terms of the contract, things are quiet. You hear the cawing of a crow as night comes, and the slamming of a door from somewhere downstairs just before you are about to drift off to sleep. And then the sounds start. There is the clanking of chains coming from outside. You swear you hear the groaning of wood as though there's a carriage arriving. Music plays from somewhere downstairs. And you hear the sound of bubbling as someone hums to themselves. Do you leave to investigate? Robyn's like, no X card on this whole thing. I'm done. I'm out of here.
You know, I really like these covers.
We pull.
They're really nice. We go all the way up for how much is covered.
You start chattering.
Do I have to be the one to go investigate? Would that make all of y'all feel better?
Oh, I can certainly. I better, make my way around the house, get to know my bearings anyway. So
That's pretty smart, especially since you're going to be, the person who takes care of this house.
Oh, well, yes. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure my, caretaker friend can help out.
We could always flip it for a profit.
That sounds like a good idea.
Would you consider our little stint in the bed a time of regrouping?
Sure.
I would like to use my ability Petition.
Okay. What's that ability do?
While regrouping, recite a petition to receive a boon.
Okay.
So I use up 2 action points to do so, and as Le Beau kind of scoots out of the bed, he'll fish out of the chain of holy symbols one that looks like a sword that is being stabbed into a shield, and just mutter, just loud enough for everyone to hear, "Sister of battle, give us bravery in our time of need."
Okay. Does it say if the boon applies to you or to the party?
It says recite a petition to receive a boon. Does not specify either myself or my party.
Okay. You recite this petition, and for a moment, your sword glows a brilliant blue, almost painful to look at. And then, as quickly as it flashed up, it is gone. And you can use, as an ability, anyone in the party can use a ability at no cost to prevent yourself from being hit by a spectral blade throughout the course of the adventure.
You make it sound like that's going to be a regular occurrence.
I don't know. Depends on where you go and who you piss off. So where do you all go first?
Let's go to the Spectral Blade Gallery.
The Spectral Blade Armory and Training Ground. The Spectral Blade Research Facility.
I did throw into the Zoom chat for you all. I did give you the names of all the rooms that are in the building. So if you would like to explore one first, let me know, or I can pick one for you at random.
We're already near the bedrooms. Let's start with the nearest ones.
Okay.
Yeah, let's count them.
You walk down the hallway and you begin counting the bedrooms and looking in them one by one. Can one of you roll me a d20?
I can do it for this.
Do not put the lives of my party in my hands.
I just need a number.
Healer.
6.
6? When you first walked in, there were 5 rooms in total that you walked past. 4 guest rooms and the master suite. But as you walk down, further down the hallway, at the opposite end where there once was a wall, there is a 6th door.
Now, my memory does not serve me well here. Maybe one of you younger folk could tell me rightfully, was there a 6th door in this hallway, or did the scenery change?
I think there was definitely 5. I remember 5. I think
there was 5. Or there was 6. Or there was... I don't know. I was a little bit startled.
Well, Lady Fortune does favor the bold, and Le Beau begins to walk over to the door.
As you go and you do that, do you open the door?
I am a gentleman. I knock first.
You knock. And from the other side, you hear nothing.
It does not look like anyone is home at the moment.
Oh, well, we tried.
Le Beau's reaching out to turn the doorknob.
Open the door, open the door, open the door. Margo's just standing behind him chanting.
Fair warning to anyone inside. I have knocked to show that I am respecting your privacy, but opening the door to show that I'm coming in anyway, and opens the door.
You open the door, and you are greeted with a set of stairs leading up.
Le Beau closes the door immediately. Doesn't look like there's anything here, nothing untoward or anything like that. Nothing that suggests that the geography of this place is a little hinky.
Margo opens the door.
You open the door, and there is now another hallway with more doors.
Looks to Le Beau. I thought you said there was stairs.
Le Beau closes the door and then opens it again.
You open the door, and it opens to the kitchen.
I thought you said there was a hallway of more rooms.
There's a kitchen. Goes through the door.
Resist. Must resist.
Maybe it's like a refresh, like we just keep opening and shutting it, and then, we get out of here.
Would you like to try that?
So much, but I'm not going to go there.
This is very handy. It means we can go to the kitchen for a midnight snack without going down the creepy elevator thing.
Well, Margo is in the kitchen, so I guess we should keep up with her.
Sure.
She'll run into the kitchen, realizing that she's very unarmed at this point and scared, and she's gonna grab a frying pan and clutch it.
Fair enough. You all go through the door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You go through the door, and it shuts behind you once again. And as you hear that slam and turn around to look, there's just a wall there with a pot rack hanging there, looking completely undisturbed.
Well, I hope you weren't hoping to return the way we came, because I have some very poor news to deliver.
Your house is magical, Duke.
Yes, that certainly increases the value of said property, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Or it lowers it depending on how dangerous the magical enchantments on the establishment is.
Perhaps. Maybe we can learn about them, because we could definitely do a good job, especially if you open the magic door at the right time and say, look how many rooms we have, and there's another hallway.
As you say this, from behind you, there comes a chopping sound. Whack. Slide. Whack. slide, as a cleaver hits a wooden cutting board.
Low turn.
As you turn, you see the spectral image of a chef preparing a fine dinner. They are in a chef's coat, neatly buttoned, their sleeves rolled up, repeatedly chopping at the cutting board over and over, picking up the cutting board, but the physical cutting board does not pick up with them. A spectral one lifts up instead with spectral food upon it, and they slide it into a pot and replace the lid and go back to chopping more and more. And while you are focused on this chopping motion, slowly you all begin to realize the chef is cooking without their head.
I mean, we could advertise it as a headless course. I mean,
That's a bit perturbing.
a necromancer would like this.
I would think without their head, a necromancer has nothing to cling on.
Well, whatever they're making, I'm sure it smells good if I could smell ghost smells.
Maybe, I guess we can't really talk or ask them if they,
Maybe their head's
Excuse
in their
me?
pot.
What if it is? Maybe their head's here somewhere. Excuse me?
Margo, then they wouldn't be a
headless
chef,
person.
they'd be a pothead.
Margo needs a moment to collect herself and kind of shuffles away from this scene. Not from the kitchen, just away so she's not laughing at the chef and his headless body.
Sorry, Robyn.
He can't see you. Robyn, do you try to get the chef's attention?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's gonna go up and she's gonna, excuse me? Chef person? Would you like a hand?
Chop. Slide. Chop. Slide. And they continue this repetitive motion, lifting the lid to slide in. And as they lift the lid, you see floating amongst the spectral carrots and turnips and potatoes a head floating face down in the pot.
Okay, nope. And she kind of like scurries back.
Cooking can't be that bad, Remy, my dear.
It's, did we eat more of those mushrooms? I don't remember. And
Nope. I didn't grow any. Sorry.
did we eat the one that was in the Duke?
No, I left that one there for tomorrow as
Well,
a
it's still here.
celebration.
Okay.
I might make it sentient just because I can, but I haven't decided yet.
Why would you do that?
Oh, a friend.
Because, yeah, Duke needs a belly friend.
Does anyone else investigate the pot?
Sure.
Yeah. Margo will kind of push the lid off to let Le Beau look at the head.
Excuse me, chef? If that is you inside the pot, maybe hold on. And Le Beau will reach into the pot to turn the head to face upward, if he can.
It all appears to be spectral, just like the ghost body that is repetitively chopping away at the chopping board. But as you reach your hand in, you do feel the warmth of the liquid and you feel the weight of the carrots and other vegetables against your hand, as though you are reaching into a actual soup pot, but it does not burn you. And as you turn the head, which does, you can feel the hair. You can feel the weight of a head turning. A face turns around to greet you and goes, "Hello."
Oh, hello there, my friend. We are my friend here is the new proprietor of this establishment, and we were just walking around to greet all the staff.
New proprietor? What are you talking about?
I'll poke my head over the pot. Hello.
Hello.
You are the chef, I presume?
I am the chef. I make the soup.
It's a lovely soup. I'm sorry, I had to dip my fingers in, but what is that? Celery?
Oh, no. Be my guest. Grab a spoon. Try it yourself.
I'll grab a spoon.
Gotta feed the mushroom.
I'll try to eat the spectral soup without even though I have no tongue.
As you go to do this, Duke, you have not eaten in so long. You don't need to eat, but as you bring this spoon full of spectral stuff to your face and you take a sip, you sip from it as though it is real soup, and you taste the best vegetable stew you have ever had. You don't remember food tasting this good.
This is the best vegetable soup I've ever tried. You are an artiste, my friend.
Of course I am. That is why they hired me for the wedding.
Fantastic. I'll definitely be keeping you on. Carry on.
Walks over. When did this wedding take place, my dear chef?
When did it take place? Which one? There have been many weddings. I worked them all flawlessly.
All right. Well, lovely soup.
Thank you.
I'm gonna make a little container of this soup. Make a small container of it. Just to store away for Duke later.
Okay.
Good idea. Well, it's been lovely meeting you. I guess we'll leave you to your work, I guess.
My dear Remy, are you all right? It looks like you're about to lose your metaphorical lunch.
Is everyone else seeing what I'm seeing?
Hello.
Hi.
Decapitated chef, where their head is currently being used as a sort of stock inside their own pot, while their dismembered body continues to chop away at ingredients, adding to said food stock.
So yeah.
It's not the strangest. It's not the strangest thing I've seen.
You can't argue with the results. It's delicious.
Hey. She'll like tiptoe up over and like lean over the pot. Hi.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you, mademoiselle. I should like to kiss your hand. And at that, the chopping stops and the body reaches out for your hand.
Okay. And she'll put her hand out.
The body takes your hand gently in his and proceeds to dip your knuckles down to the head and kiss them.
Oh wow, you're such a gentleman.
Of course. Only the best for the house.
We'll let you continue your work, dear chef. And Le Beau will sidle up next to Remy and just reassuringly, the kind of specters aren't the ones you should be worried about. It's the ones that have a chip on their shoulder. Even though some ghosts have some sort of gripe that keeps them here, if they are kind, let them be.
Okay. Wait, you mean there might be other?
Oh, yes. There are plenty of specters out there that wish to rip into your innards and see them strung up as garters. But this one's fun.
Okay. So why are we leaving the friendly one again?
Oh, well, he's obviously busy making soup. Right.
For the wedding.
we won't disturb you any longer. Get the lid, and I'll just put the lid back on.
So which one who's getting married?
I don't know. Maybe we could find out.
Well, this is your house. Maybe you're getting married, Duke.
Oh, perhaps. I don't really pay much attention to family affairs.
Clearly.
Maybe that's why we didn't know you were getting married. That would make a lot more sense why we're here and
Well,
why all your staff is ghostly.
Oh, perhaps. Maybe they all died at the wedding. I mean, I may have got an invite and forgot about it. Maybe that's why I'm the last one. Imagine dying.
As you say that,
Sounds like a skill issue to me.
as you say that, a soft tune on the piano begins playing from the foyer.
The Moonlight Sonata I hear on the wind.
No, it's Toccata and Fugue. As Margo takes some more soup and heads out.
Other horror tropes played on the piano. That does not sound like any of the songs we had mentioned, my dear Margo. Remy, if it does make you feel better, I do have protections against evil spirits if you wish to stick by me to curb your anxieties. I'm right
It's
here.
okay. I'm not anxious. I feel great. So I'm just gonna stand next to you for your company, of course.
Oh, I do appreciate your company dearly, Remy. Please, would you help this old man walk? And he'll offer his arm.
She like limp-it grabs onto your arm.
Walk.
All right. As you walk out, you see a woman with long dark hair tied up into a neat bun in a gorgeous red velvet Victorian gown, sitting at the piano, playing a rather melancholy tune.
Hi.
She turns her head to the side, her back to you, and nods her head and continues playing. Her fingers, long and white, beautifully manicured, dance across the keys as she plays. I take it one of you are to be the new keeper of the house.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That would be me. You can call me the Duke.
Royalty. That is new. Welcome to the estate.
And what can I call yourself?
At that, she pushes back. And the seat of the piano does not push back with her. She pushes through it as she stands. And she turns. And she has a beautiful expression upon her face with lovely green eyes, the color of emeralds. And she says to you with a smile as she plays with the pearls draping around her neck, "Why, you may call me Penelope, of course."
Ah, Penelope. Charmed. And your position in the household? I mean, you play beautifully.
Oh, I'm one of the ladies of the house.
Oh.
It's been so long since we've had someone as dashing as you around here.
Oh, well. Thank you very much. And I'll strike a pose and twirl my mustache.
Tell me, how long will you all be staying?
Well, our current contract states that we are obligated to stay for the night to claim ownership of the place, my lady. After that, I'm not quite sure how long our stay will be here.
Oh, well, I do hope that it will be a long one. It's been so long since we've had any new faces around here.
How long has it been?
Oh, time is funny here. Ages, it seems, and sometimes just like yesterday. And what is your name, dear?
Oh, my name is Remy. It's lovely to meet you, Penelope.
It's lovely to meet you as well, Remy.
Claude Le Beau, my lady, at your service. My friends call me Le Beau.
Pleasure to meet you. And you?
Margo's my name. You said lady of the house as in you are part of the wedding party or you are the wedding party?
Part of the wedding party? Are you getting married?
No. I'm already married, but sure.
No one informed me that there was going to be a wedding.
The chef said there was a wedding. Yeah.
The servants do gossip so.
Do you want to be part of the wedding party? I mean, we're happy to, adopt you into it.
You would want to be a part of my family?
Not in a dead way, but yes, that would be awesome.
I would be happy to join you if you would like. I could introduce you to the rest.
Okay, ground rules. No killing us, no killing me. I can make soup, I can make mushrooms, I can drop a ship on this house, but that's another thing. Yeah, show us the rest of the family. I don't think I can take your hand. I think I'll just pass through.
You can. And as you reach out your hand, there is a physical hand there for you to hold.
Just kind of clasp it. Penelope, you are the best.
Thank you. Right this way. And as she leads you through the house, she leads you past the windows pointing towards the cemetery of her descendants and kin, the stables outside where the horses are kept in good order, the kitchen where you have already been. She points you to the great hall where they hold many balls throughout the house. And she points you to the study where great works have been written and great misfortunes have become those who have stayed here.
The stock market crashed in here. Got it.
Le Beau leans over to Remy on his arm. If you do want to go check on the horses to see if they're in stable condition, wink. Or it looks like a blink because he has an iPad.
Are you winking or blinking?
I'd be happy to show you to the stable if you'd like.
I would very much like to go to the stables and check on the horses.
All right.
Do you have big Belgian ones? I like the big Belgian ones.
I don't know what Belgian ones mean, but we have beautiful thoroughbreds. And she will offer you her hand, Remy.
I've done weirder things, okay. And she'll grab her hat.
Okay, you're heading off with Penelope to the stables. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm going with Remy. We're not leaving Remy alone with Penelope.
I was going to go to the study, but since everyone rushed off, I was like, oh, okay, I'll go to the stables.
You can still go to the study. That's fine.
In fact, you know what? I will, because that's because I like the. It was very interesting. What I heard was in the study.
You'll see Remy kind of probably relax a little bit here, like she's been very much like this whole time, because of the headless guy stirring his own head and everything. But she seems quite normal, so she, there's a promise of horses, and she's okay.
Okay. And I say that the pace of Remy, Margo, and the lady are a little too fast, and Le Beau gets lost in the house.
Okay. Where does Le Beau end up?
I'll roll a d6.
Okay. Let's start with the study first. You walk into the study, and like the rest of the house, there are fine works of art on the walls. There are shelves laden with books and trinkets and oddities of all sorts. And at the table in the middle of the room, it's set up to be almost like a writing desk, like someone needed more space than what a simple writing desk could provide. It is laden with papers and books, open in various order, and there is a pen that is scratching across parchment over and over and over. It gets to the end of what it is writing, and then it furiously scratches out what is there. And then it starts again on a new piece of paper as the other one falls to the ground. In the corner, you see a chair, plush and red, And next to it, there is a board. And resting atop it is a planchette.
Is a what?
A board.
A planchette is a triangular object used in like the Ouija sort of thing.
Okay, I'll go have a look at the board.
Okay. You look at it, and it is definitely a spirit board with the common alphabet and yes and no, and the planchette rests upon it.
I want to ask it a question.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Do you touch the planchette?
Yeah.
Okay. It's still for a moment. And then you feel almost as something is pushing your arms, not the device itself, slide slowly over to yes.
Oh. I'm going to ask it something else. Are my friends safe?
The planchette slips from your fingers and begins spinning in a circle on the board, round and round and round, and it begins to glow with an unnatural light. Almost as though it is creating a vortex, a hole in the board opens up, and you see the visage of a woman's upper body poke through. Twist the words and watch your step. She is coming for you, but where?
Twist. In fact, I'll just answer back. What? What does that mean?
What does it mean when any other word is spoken? You're all in danger. Didn't you know?
Not quite. I didn't expect this house to be so populated. Do you work here too, or?
I did once. But they did not like my answers, as accurate as they were.
The answers to whose questions?
Everyone's. Many parties have been held here. Many questions have been asked. Only right answers were ever given.
What happens when you give a wrong answer?
I've never given a wrong answer.
I'm gonna walk over to the pen that's writing on the thing. Okay, what's the nature of the things that's being written there?
You see written there poetry.
Ooh.
And from the other side of the room, the woman who is still there, floating from out of the center of this board, says, Vane Vinkman, I see you found interest in one of our more literary residents.
Okay. I'm going to raise an eyebrow, even though I'm a skull.
I suppose you could say they died of writer's block when their bookcase fell on them. And as they say that, you see that the pen scratching across the paper is writing out poems. The first one says, a chorus of heads did sing, mirth and joy their harmonies bring. To keep them from summer to spring, the bride practiced her downswing. Just a quick sting and then a sharp ping. And it attempts to write 2 more lines and then scratches them out as though it cannot finish what it's wanting to say. And I will send this to you as well in our Zoom chat. Everything is trapped here for one reason or another, dear.
So you're
some
saying
simple, some not.
So are we not able to leave until the morning, or?
I don't think it's a matter of leaving, but it might be a matter of surviving. If the lady of the house has anything to say.
Oh, quite right. I'll start backing away. Quite right. And then I'll like turn and then just bolt after my friends.
And as you bolt after them, we will go to Le Beau. You are in the Great Hall. And you are watching these portraits that you saw earlier. They don't seem to move again in the same manner, but as you move through the room, it appears that they are always looking at you. And you hear, coming from the bathroom, the sounds of water splashing. And you hear, "Ahoy there! Batten down the hatches! Quick, turn to starboard! They're gaining on us!"
Curiously, Le Beau heads over to the bathroom and kind of just wraps the bottom of their cane against the door. Is there some sort of naval battle that I'm not aware of happening inside of this here laboratory? Laboratory, that's the word.
Speak now. Be ye pirates?
I have never known myself to be one to engage in piracy. Permission to come aboard, Captain.
Permission granted, sailor.
Door opens. Excuse me.
Quick, they're gaining on us. And as you come in, you see the figure of a man in a ship captain's hat. And that is all. He is sitting in a bubble bath in a large clawfoot tub. And he is playing with toy ships and a large rubber ducky. The creature's gaining on us. Will they win?
I'm sorry for intruding. I did not know that you were indecent at the moment. I will excuse myself.
And as you leave, you hear him narrating more of the battle that he is waging against the creature.
Oh, this place gets stranger and stranger. Where is dear Remmy and Margo?
As you say that, you see the Duke come rushing from the study. But before we deal with that meeting, Remmy and Margo, you have gone with Penelope out onto the grounds. And she shows you to the stable house. And you see a spectral stable hand running to and fro, a young gentleman tending to the horses and mucking the stalls, although there is nothing there to actually muck. And you see poking out from the stalls the heads of horses. As you can see, we only have the finest specimens in the stables.
Wow, this is, I must admit, I was expecting to see something scary, but this is lovely. Do you have a horse here?
I do.
Would you show me?
And she walks back and you pass by several spectral horses. This one is mine. I call him Nightshade. And as she speaks the name Nightshade, the largest of all the horses sticks its head out from the stall, ears twitching in the way that horses' ears do that weird twitchy thing. And it nuzzles into her hand and then turns its head towards you. And half of what would be a horse head is gone, revealing only bone.
This is the best horse ever.
Isn't he beautiful?
Yes.
He was a gift from my late husband.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is he still here?
Oh, they're always with me in spirit. And she puts her hands to her pearls and gives you a kind and gentle smile. It's been ever so lonely since he's been gone. I'm so glad that you've all come to stay with us.
I mean, I was a bit frightened at first, but this seems really lovely, and yeah, I think we might stay here a while, maybe.
Tell me, dear. And she will lean in, putting her fingers underneath your chin, Remy. Would you like to be the mistress of the house as well?
What exactly does that entail?
Your friend mentioned a wedding. I could arrange for another.
Oh, that's a bit forward. I'm just kind of, just seeing how things go at the minute.
Really, it would be no problem at all. I'd be happy to make room for you. And as she is saying this to Remy, Margo, you see that as from behind her back, out of nowhere, a large cleaver is in her hands.
Margo opens her soup container. Nah, as she uses one of her abilities. And it's the a wild font ability using 1 AP. While holding a container containing food, water, or oil, I cause it to spill in an excess amount of its contents, and I'm just basically causing a geyser at this Penelope lady.
Okay, you do that. Go ahead and roll for me.
Okay. 19.
Fabulous. You hit her. And Remy, you just get barely any splashback from this. And as you hit her, it hits her as though it is a physical thing, even though it is still that spectral soup that isn't quite there. And it hits her square in the chest and in the head, and it shoves her backwards, and you hear her going screaming, and she is sent through the wall of the stable at the far end. The horses around you begin neighing and kicking and causing all sorts of a commotion. What do you do next?
Close the container. I weaponize ghost soup. Let's go. Pulling Remy out of the stable.
I'm still totally unsure as to what just happened there. She's like running back with Margo, like, I mean, I was slightly considering it. I've not really achieved much in life yet.
She's gonna chop off your head.
Oh no! What is it with everybody here in heads?
I have head soup. I weaponize head soup. I gotta tell Duke, but anyways, dashing back towards the house, using the lying head knocker, just banging on the door, then kick it open. I can do that.
As you two come running back in, this is where we're gonna say that you all meet in that entryway area. Duke running out, Le Beau close at his heels.
I'll stop suddenly. Ah, good, you're safe.
Yep.
Where is Penelope?
Covered in ghost soup.
Yeah, I think she made me a very good offer, and then I didn't quite realize how permanent the offer was.
Ah, right. My suspicions are correct then. I had a very disturbing meeting in the study. In fact, actually, I could probably use all of your help in there. I don't think the lady of the house has our best interests in mind.
As you say that,
cool.
the piano behind you in the Great Hall begins playing a wedding march.
Oh!
But you see no one there.
What is all this kerfuffle about? No one has updated me on anything.
Oh yes, I'll catch you up to speed. I'll tell everyone kind of exactly what happened in the study with the poetry and what the spectre said to me out the board.
So we have a murderous lady of the house looking to expand her ranks.
You can weaponize the soup.
You can weaponize the soup. There is a pirate, a ship's captain in the bathroom pretending to have a mock sea battle with a rubber ducky, and I think that's the most normal thing we've had so far.
Yeah, I think he doesn't seem quite a threat as some of the others.
We can keep him. Keep him and the chef and the horses.
Maybe we do need allies, actually.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, the horses seemed half normal. The half part being quite literal.
Oh, actually, guide, could you let me use my attendant ability?
Sure.
Yeah. It's basically I go and recruit someone. And recruit someone.
Who are you going to recruit?
I think we should. Well, the only live person we've met has been the caretaker. Maybe we should go find them.
Sure. The only live person.
Air quotes.
Are you sure they're alive, Duke? Because I'd rather take the Admiral in the bathtub over Time Warp over there.
I like the chef.
We like the chef. Should we put it to a vote?
You do also have the fortune teller, who said she never gives a wrong answer.
Now, does the fortune teller Duke stay in the ball, or is she like movable from the ball?
No, maybe we could pick the board up and take it around with us, perhaps.
Let's kidnap the seer and then go recruit.
Well, she gave me a shiver up my uncovered spine. I've got to admit.
You sure that wasn't the mushroom making its way into your spinal column?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe being absorbed into my bone marrow.
Yeah.
Beau offers his arm again to Remy.
She takes it.
The wedding march is still playing.
Okay. How many votes for the caretaker?
I say the fortune teller. They seem more amicable than the caretaker and a little bit more useful than the chef.
Okay. One for the fortune teller.
Fortune teller.
Yeah, fortune teller, because if she's confined to a space, we could put her in a drawer or something if she tries to kill us.
You're gonna put this fortune teller into timeout jail.
Yes.
Okay. We can put a ghost in a timeout jail.
Right. I'm a noble who's just inherited a large estate. It's good to employ a bit of democracy. Right, let's go get the fortune teller.
After you.
All right. I just realized that I sent that poem just to RJ earlier, so there it is for everybody.
There we go.
Sorry about that.
See, this is why I never dabbled in high society.
So that was what was on the pen was writing.
Yeah, that's what was being written over and over.
I'll obviously, as we're heading towards there, I'll recite this to everyone as we're walking down.
Yes, you walk in, and the ghost of Vane Vinken is still writing his poetry and trying to complete it and unable to. And you still see that the ghost of the fortune teller is coming out of the spirit board.
Well, here we go. Here's the fortune teller. That we wish to help us.
Oh, you've brought more friends.
Hi.
Enchante, madame.
And a gentleman. Did you have any questions for me?
Oh yes, they answer questions, so I couldn't quite make head nor tail of the answers.
I didn't realize you had a tail.
Tailbone.
Madame, the lady of this house seems to be in a rather murderous mood as of late. Any reason for that?
Oh, well, how do you think that she got all that she has?
Through
This estate,
cunning and sheer force of will.
this estate has seen 5 summers and 5 summer weddings.
Now, is there any prophecy on this estate where a 6th summer wedding would spell doom for the house, or am I just being presumptuous?
Oh, I see that they still pass around those funny little folklore books about fate and prophecy. No, she will take as many as she can get. Her hunger is never satiated.
Just like my mother, she's never satisfied.
So, where you want to come with us? That's great. As Margo's filling out the bottom bit of the poem for this ghost person.
You could attempt to release the ghost and weaken her power, but it will take cunning.
Yes.
I've got a method, but I don't think any of you would like it.
I mean, we literally ate cannibal soup, so I think we're pretty amenable to anything.
Well, maybe we need to help them finish what they've finish what they didn't in life. Maybe, and I'll obviously go over to where Margo is trying to help the writer. Perhaps if we go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Perhaps if we help. It's Vane, wasn't it?
Yes. Vane Finkin.
Perhaps if we help Vane here finish this poem, it will be released, and the fortune teller is in fact a fortune teller. Then the lady will be weakened, and we can all make it out of this alive. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we need to release. I wonder how many ghosts. There can't be that many ghosts, right, in this house.
I mean, 5 years of ghost collecting, maybe rounded 5 to 10 people per year. There's probably about 50.
Only the
50.
most powerful would need to be taken care of, the ones with the highest status.
So
All right. Go ahead.
Not Bath Admiral. He's pretty cool.
A writer, a commander, and the tune that keeps her here year after year.
Doom or tune?
Tune.
Okay.
I can commit arson. I mean, I'm happy to do that.
You
Let's
could try.
Let's not burn down the place while we're still inside it, my dear Margo.
Also, that would be literally burning our assets as well if you did want to resell.
The chef tried a gas explosion. It worked out so well for him.
He makes good soup now.
Let's start with the chef. Madame, if you are so willing to assist us, how can we free him?
I don't know that he can be freed. He holds very little power over her, but you could complete his recipe. Make it better than anything he made in life. Are any of you chefs?
I mean, I do make a good flapjack.
I mean, is the chef a high status enough position within the household to make a difference? I think maybe is the question.
She did just tell you the 3 things that you needed as well.
Admiral, the tune that keeps her here, and was
the rider. We're using it right in front of us, right?
All right.
Margo has finished the poem and has started drawing bad pictures now next to it.
How do you finish the poem? There are 2 on the table. You see that in addition to the one that the Duke saw, the ghost is also writing a second one. You will need to complete both of them following the rhyme pattern in order to release the spirit.
All right. So I finished the first one following the rhyming pattern.
Okay. Give me the first poem.
Whether if it makes sense or not, Margo probably
it does have to make
care.
sense.
All right. Mirth and joy their harmonies bring to keep them from summer to spring. The brides practice her downswing, just a quick sting, and then a sharp ping. When the morning birds sing, souls in the house shall spring.
That works. You see the words written across the page, and you feel a soft breeze blow through the room as the second page flutters down in its place, seemingly from nowhere.
Margo kind of leans over. Okay, I guess I went to finish in school for something.
Mm-hmm.
She reads it over.
Yeah. The second poem reads, there once was a girl from O'Crane, as cunning as she was vain. 5 did she lure, sweet and demure, her pearls strung up like...
A vein.
Vain.
But instead of V-A-I-N, V-E-I-N, like the vein in your body.
They strung?
Though that does not fit the rhyming criteria of limerick, which is A-A-B-B-A. What rhymes with O'Crane? Vein?
Train.
Strung up like a train.
Mm-hmm.
The trains aren't really strung up, though.
A train of pearls. Kind of makes a motion across her neck.
Train vein.
Spain. But that's a country.
Strung up like a lane?
Perhaps it's more than one word to make it make more sense.
A drain.
The drains aren't really quite strung up, though.
Drains can be struck up. How do you get the rain off your house?
I don't own a house.
I'm not entirely sure what the story is. So there once was a girl from O'Crane, as cunning as she was vain. Is this talking about Penelope?
Penelope.
5 did she lure? So how does she lure her victims?
Well, she lured us here pretty good.
Her pearls strung up like reins? Like a horse's reins?
Reins!
Oh, how... Well, I was also about to say her pearls strung up like a stain. Reins also work too.
She does like horses.
She did take you to the stables.
Yeah, she tried to kill Remy in the stables.
He did.
I'm sorry, she what?
Oh yeah, we souped her.
I have some words to have with this lady.
Let's put reins.
Okay.
As in horses' reins.
All right. You put reins, and for a moment, nothing happens. And you see the pen of the ghost move across the paper as though it's double checking, not touching or writing anything further, but just double checking that it all makes sense. And then it stops on reins. And the pen falls to the floor. And you feel a whoosh of air that seems never ending, coming from nowhere that you can tell. Not a single window or door is open to the study. And before you stands a figure. And they turn in a tailored jacket and coat, with their hair neatly pushed back, but still parted in the middle in that perfect 90s boy band haircut. Smiling as their work is now complete, and they wave and they turn and they walk, disappearing through the wall. And the wind quiets down, and you are left alone. And that is where we are going to go to break, everybody, after we took care of our very first ghost. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. If you would like to know more about this cast, ask us questions later in the after show, you can go to patreon.com/The Hype Goblin and join us there, where we run our podcast after the game called The Seat at the Table. where we talk about the TTRPGs that happen on this show and answer your questions or your comments and sometimes concerns. So we will see you all there later. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us. Be right back. Bye-bye. With that, let's get back into it. You all just made friends with the fortune teller, who does not tell incorrect fortunes. She has told you. And you are now carrying her with you as you just helped Vane Vinken, the writer who had been suffering from writer's block, complete his final works so that he could pass on into the afterlife. Where do you go next? Who do you talk to next?
Well, Le Beau, maybe we should go and, because you've met this sea captain, admiral.
Oh, yes, the admiral. Very nice gentleman. Follow me.
Off we go.
And Le Beau will lead them down towards the bathroom where the captain was, stopping at the door and knocking. Permission to come aboard, Captain. It is I, the gentleman who asked earlier. I have brought my shipmates with me.
Ahoy, matey! We're in the midst of a heavy battle. We're taking on water. Get in here.
Permission to assist you in your endeavors, then, Captain.
Permission granted, sailor.
Opens the door.
And you all walk in, and you see this gentleman, not too dissimilar, mustachioed from your friend, the Duke, with his captain's hat. He has one leg leaning over the tub, and he is playing with a rubber ducky and wooden ships, orchestrating a large battle. I've almost got her now. She's not going to get away from me this time. And he... My goal is just to make Robyn cry with laughter today. And he is orchestrating some big ship battle against a creature in the bathtub.
My dear friends, the Admiral, my dear friends.
Pleasure, Admiral.
Are you okay in there?
Hurry now and man your battle stations. We've almost got her.
How...
Le Beau limps over to the sink and begins to twist the knobs like he's doing something important.
How goes the battle, Admiral?
We're taking on water, but I think we can make it. We just have to harpoon the creature and drag her to shore.
Right, so what is the nature of this creature of which you...
Can't you see? She's a fearsome, ferocious beast. And as he says this, he gestures to the large rubber ducky that is in the tub with him.
Does this beast have a name?
Don't all beasts have names?
What do you call it, Admiral Bathwater?
Just the beast. She is my arch nemesis. She sings the song of the oceans. I almost went French there for a minute. I don't know why.
Hello.
You just hear from the kitchen, hello. Something has apparently opened the lid on the soup pot again. But it appears he does not know the name of this creature. We don't have history checks in this game, but everyone roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
I got a 5, which is a failure.
Okay.
13.
13, okay.
I got a 10, which is a tough choice.
Okay.
I got a 1. Margo's just more fascinated with this rubber ducky than anything else on the planet.
Okay. So we're not using like the tough choice scale for this, but that's fine. I just needed everyone to get above a 10 to figure out who knew this. Le Beau and Remy. There is a famous story of a ship captain who saw a creature in the water and became obsessed with hunting it down. He made sure that his entire crew knew that this was of the utmost importance, that he go out and he capture this white whale. And he would stop at nothing to get it.
Le Beau leans over to Remy and whispers in their ear, I believe it might be Moby Duck.
Moby Duck?
Like Moby Dick, the white whale Captain Ahab had chased when, in the novel, which was also a representation of self because he...
Ahoy, matey, did you need me? I heard my name.
Oh. Would this creature be called Moby Duck?
Well, of course it would be. What else would it be called?
Would you like a hand to capture Moby Duck?
Of course, man your battle stations. We must take it in. Otherwise they'll think me mad.
If what Le Beau says is true, do we need to help him slay the actual beast or the metaphorical one?
Would you like to talk about yourself, Captain? Would you like to talk about how chasing an endeavor so vehemently makes you lose a part of yourself? And I'm sorry, I'm rambling. I'm going to go twist some knobs over here.
What are you talking about, me boy? We don't have time for this. Enough of your blabbering. Man your stations.
Yeah, man your stations, Le Beau. Holds up a shaving razor.
I'm not shaving my glorious beard.
I'll flush the toilet.
You get the sense that you will all need to help him defeat this Moby Duck in order for him to pass on.
Oh.
There are multiple ships within the bathtub that you can all man. There are some small tugboats. There are some large battleships, and there is one that looks like a large almost like the ship from Peter Pan. I think it's a galleon.
Mm-hmm.
In there as well. He currently has one of the battleships that he is playing with in the water around this duck.
Right, maybe I should ask the fortune teller. Fortune teller, what's the best strategy for taking down a mighty beast within the water?
Well, the winning one, of course.
Yes.
I'm
Great.
sorry, dear. My purview was fortunes, but I can tell that you will all be successful if you just try your best.
Okay.
And from out of nowhere, she pulls out a shawl and wraps it around herself, rather dramatically, and settles down to watch you.
So
I have an idea.
Like an actual bathtub?
Yeah, it's a clawfoot porcelain bathtub.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What if we freeze the water? Have the little ship guys get out of their boats and attack with spears. Kind of uses the shaver to poke towards the duck.
Your strategy is as good as any.
Maybe if we both maneuver a ship, maybe we surround the beast before we do that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, we could move all the ships and she'll kind of lean over the bathtub and be like, we just man one each. Do we have to get in the bath?
Yes, get your ships ready. Whatever you have, give it all she's got.
Gotta stand in the bath and kind of push the ships around.
We'll all awkwardly stand in the bath. I'm gonna sit in the bath with my little bony knees sticking out.
I don't have any shoes on. It's just climb in the bath and sit down and take out a boat.
I'm gonna get the tugboat.
Okay, I'm ready.
It is looking rather full, so I shall skim the perimeter with my schooner.
A smart
Get in the bath with the mud bus.
That's a good idea.
No, thank you.
There's plenty of room.
Is Le Beau just walking around the bathtub doing this?
Prodding it occasionally with his cane to keep it moving.
Marco's moving the galleon 3 different places and then turns it around, tips it over so it's upside down, then pulls it back up. I think this is right.
Okay.
Remy's making sound effects with her ship.
Fantastic. The captain is pleased with all of this. Are you going forward with your plan?
Oh yeah. Let me look at this.
Okay.
Because it has a action point of 0/2, so I don't know what that means.
Read it to me.
It's freeze with action points 0/2 as its cost. You blow cool air, creating freezing winds that swirl around the nearby targets. So I'm guessing to make a little freeze, ice cube around Moby Duck.
I'm going to say, since this is affecting something physical, you will just spend 1 action point to do it.
Okay.
So go ahead and spend your action point and make it happen.
Cool. 11.
11? Okay. What is that on the scale? That is a success. You accomplish what you were trying to do without any compromise. If you're dealing damage, you deal the standard amount. You stick your hands in the water and you freeze the ships and this duck without freezing your friends that are in the water as well. What does it look like as your ice creeps in towards this duck and holds it in place?
I don't know if have you ever seen how frost kind of creeps across windows or how a river kind of stutters and freezes. There's a scientific name to it, but anyways, it's kind of that stuttering, slow, then all of a sudden just ice forms in a crackling, creaking groan and a blue, kind of deep blue, icy field around this duck, mooring it on top of the ice.
That final scene in Frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are able to do this, no problem. And what do you all do next as you watch this portion of the bathtub? It does start to feel a little bit colder, Remy, as you're sitting in the water.
I will shout, "Orders, Admiral!"
Attack with everything you've got!
Charge! Get the harpoons!
Oh, no, I'm just leaning into it.
I'll take a little stick figure guy out of my boat and just kind of
Okay.
push him across the ice.
Okay, yeah.
I'll use the mushroom.
Just got my boat.
Yeah. All right, great. Yeah, out of seemingly nowhere, you pull a stick figure from your boat. This mushroom has sprouted up as you think of it. There is some weird magic happening here, but I'm here for it. And you all move your forces in to attack the duck. And as you do, the captain reaches forward, and from his ghostly fingertips, you see rushing forward tiny little sailors, only about an inch tall, with blocky feet and cylindrical heads on blocky bodies that run forward with spears that appear to be affixed into hands in a C shape that never quite open or close. And they all run forward with your forces as well. And they start stabbing. And you watch as their faces are first smiling, and then suddenly the cylindrical head turns. And their faces are all suddenly angry as they're stabbing at this duck. You weren't expecting Lego people, were ya?
What
is
just pulls
happening?
back her little stick person. Oh.
But as you do, the spectral sticks and your own and your ice freeze and crack the rubber of this rubber ducky, and it becomes brittle. And as things poke into it, it takes on holes, and the water begins to unfreeze a little bit around it and creep up, and it sinks in to the body of this duck as it starts to sink into the water. Ah, you did it! I knew you could.
The beast, she's defeated.
She is. And now, everyone will know of our triumph. And with that, he stands up in the water, wearing his heart-patterned swim trunks, steps out of the tub and grabs a towel, wrapping it around himself with a flourish. I shall see ye all tomorrow morn when we swab the poop deck. And with that, he runs out of the room, trailing water behind him. And there's a flash and he is gone. His spirit has passed on.
Well, that was awkward.
I was quite into it, actually.
I want to know how easy it was to get all of us into a bathtub to do this, as Margo climbs out of it.
I mean, if y'all sitting facing outward of the tub, like, I think y'all could have done it. Or if you sat like back, front to back, front to back, front to back.
It was a very big clawfoot tub. This is a big house. Y'all fit in there.
Now, dry yourselves before you catch your death of cold, please.
Yeah.
Yes, we wouldn't want anyone to die of cold. Now, whatever will you do next?
Oh yes, what was our third objective?
We have to fire the chef.
Fire the chef? Oh,
What?
No,
The third objective had to do with a tune.
I believe it might have been the melancholic tune the lady was playing earlier.
Oh, right.
I've dabbled a bit in music. If I had the sheet paper, I might be able to play it.
Well, music is usually found in the study, isn't it?
Perhaps. I don't actually know the name of said tune, though, so we might be going for... Oh, no. I might need to sight read. And then Le Beau starts walking out of the bathroom.
As you start walking out, you do hear the sounds of a distant tune, but it's not played on piano. It's discordant. It's voices coming from outside.
Oh, it's these guys. I believe that's out towards the cemetery.
Of course it is.
I'm sorry that it's not towards Candyland.
Is there a Candyland here as well?
No, but I did once meet a unicorn by the name of Charlie that once wanted to go to the Candy Mountain with their associates.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. We should do that next time.
He seemed quite annoyed by them, especially the pink and blue one.
Weren't they cannibals?
No, they were organ thieves. He'll
Oh.
walk away.
Follows after Le Beau.
yeah, we follow.
All right, you head out to the cemetery, and you hear the neighing of the horses coming from the barn. And as you turn back towards the house, you see a figure in one of the upper levels of the home. It doesn't look like the second floor. It might be the attic. Pass before a window with a flash of metal in their hand. And you turn back towards the cemetery. There is the person that you saw, and when you arrived, digging in the dirt. And you hear coming from past them, past a large mausoleum, the sound of 4 voices singing and attempting a harmony.
So should we go ask them?
Yeah, you want to talk to him, Remy? I mean, you're pretty good at talking to the ghosts.
I
It's
Yeah.
okay. I can talk to them. What do we need to know from them?
Their deepest, darkest secrets.
Sure. My good people. Walk over to the ghosts.
Okay. Are you walking to the person that's doing the digging, or are you walking back to where the singing is?
Wait, hang on. How far away are
The
they from each other?
person singing is towards the front. They're digging in the dirt up by the entryway. Then there are graves, a mausoleum, and then the singing is coming from behind the mausoleum.
Oh, all right. So, should we speak to this person doing the digging, or do we follow the music?
I would rather follow the music because, you know, the person doing the digging is digging a grave.
Yes, and we need to release high status spirits. And no offense, but I don't think Gravedigger is quite a high status position. Important job, but
I think it's very high up on station because you outlived the nobility.
mind you, he didn't get the letter saying he had inherited the house. Oh no, am I in danger?
As you all walk past this person digging in the dirt, roll me a d20 and tell me the numbers.
Okay, I'll roll. 18.
10.
Oh. Okay.
14.
Okay.
20.
Okay. Margo and Le Beau, you're the only two who even bother to look at what this person is doing. And it's interesting how long they've been out here digging. But when you see what they've been up to, it starts to make sense because they are digging 4 holes in the ground. And at the head of each hole is a headstone. And carved into each one are the names Margo, Le Beau, the Duke, and Remmy.
Before Margo can say anything, a hand slides in front of their face in consideration for the rest of the party. Margo, my dear, I know
Margo
that's...
licks your hand.
Oh, no. Honey, why would you sweet... And then he'll just run that hand through your hair to just wipe off the saliva.
X card.
Lick my hand if you don't want it in your hair. That's my counter.
Double X card that.
Grody.
Margo, my dear, maybe for the benefit of everyone else, we don't peanut gallery this one.
Oh, I was gonna leave it be, maybe soup the gravedigger, but this is fine.
I was about to say, I think mine should be a bit bigger considering I'm a bit more wider than everyone else, but...
I think, Duke should be fancier, but, gotta make him no past the graves. I don't think they spelled my name right.
No, I think they did a double R instead of just a singular.
That's how my mother spelled it. I refuse the double R.
Live your life, Margo.
I plan to.
Singing.
So you all move towards the singing. With this conversation going on, I'll say that the Duke and Remmy get there first. And you see 4 graves with busts on top of them. And the graves read Thorn, Sax, Ares, Sasuka, and Vale. But when you look at them, each of these people, one of them, the bust's head has been broken away. So instead of singing what should be a 5-part harmony, they are only singing 4 of the lines of the harmony. And there is obviously something missing as their tenor is gone. But they are all staring out at you, attempting to sing, a bit frustrated. And they have what appear to be those flat straw hats that barbershop quartets wear. That's a detail for me. They're attempting to sing, and what do you do?
Well, Remmy, it looks like they're missing something. Let's have a look, see if we can find the other bust.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay. How about I look over here and you look over there? She'll start looking.
Great idea. We'll split up. Start pacing around, see if we can find the missing bust.
Oi, hey, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's my grave dirt. And the bust known as Thorn speaks to you, Duke.
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'm the Duke. I'm actually the new proprietor. Soon to be proprietor of this estate. I've noticed you're having a bit of trouble with your song here.
Oh, a Duke. We've never had royalty here before. Yes, we did. You remember that one guy? Oh, yeah. What? What are you doing in out there?
Well, I would very much like to help you out and help you finish your song. I have a feeling something's not quite right about it.
Yeah, I'll say something's not quite right. That broad went and took our fifth, took sax with her. Said she liked him so much that she was going to keep him forever.
Oh, I see. Remy, I don't think you will be finding the bust.
Oh. Why is it never simple? She'll like skip back over to Duke.
Because if it was simple, it wouldn't be a 5-part harmony.
Right. So what do you?
I like them.
You,
They're funny. I'm going to sit here.
what exactly are you missing? What harmony are you missing?
Oh, we're missing that tenor.
Can you sing, Remy?
I could try.
I'm not entirely sure you're going to be a good tenor, but you could try.
I mean, but if I did that, when I have to stay here out in the graveyard with the graves?
I don't think that's how it works. Does it? And I'll ask them. We don't have to sing forever, correct?
Well, I mean, that depends. Are you classically trained?
Well,
are you even a tenor?
The Duke. I don't know what a tenor is.
Oh, well, it's someone who sings within a. I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure the difference myself. I can certainly give it a go. What do you have the words to this song?
They will begin singing a barbershop quartet song. Roll me a d20.
Okay, let's go. 9. Tough choice.
You attempt to sing it, but you don't know the words. And you can either continue singing it and potentially offend these singing busts, or you can admit defeat and stop.
No, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna do that awkward choir singing. If you're at a wedding or something, you don't really know the words. You're just like, we'll say
that it's Breaking Up is Hard to Do by like Neil Sedaka, and you get the words so wrong that you don't realize how long you're singing just by yourself. And the other busts are just quietly looking at you.
Remy will definitely jump in here and just like, that was wonderful, but I don't.
How was that?
I think that you should step away, like far away, like over here. And she'll like lean over and try to grab you and be like, I don't think they like to.
Well, maybe Le Beau or Margo can help out.
I mean, I think maybe we need to find their fifth person. If they were taken, maybe they were taken somewhere. Maybe someone, maybe Fortune Lady knows where they were taken.
This is true. I got the feeling that it was Penelope that took them.
Oh,
so getting them back. I mean, we could also a fortune teller. Ugh.
I didn't leave things on the best of terms with Penelope.
No, don't worry.
Oh, can I be of assistance? And by the way, my darling, my name is Madame Marcia, not Fortune Lady.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Madame Marcia.
It's okay.
Madame Marcia.
Okay, let's because you only tell a fortune. Okay.
I can tell many things.
Okay. Is the fifth bust attainable for us to retrieve for these good singers?
Oh, I have no doubt that anything is attainable for you.
Okay, well, that's a good start.
That seems positive. Yes. Yes.
But you will have to go up to Penelope's room to get it.
See, there's the rub.
Yeah.
Remy, right? Let's see.
See, maybe. Well, I mean, we had a rocky start with Penelope, but maybe she's forgotten about it. Maybe.
And as you say that, we'll say that Margo and Le Beau finally catch up to the two of you.
Ears deceive me, or Duke, what you singing breaking up is hard to do.
Yes, it seems that my singing style doesn't quite gel with the with this particular genre of music. But they are short one singer. I don't suppose either of you two partake in.
Sadly, I'm quite stuck in the baritone range when I try and sing. Margo.
Quite.
I don't sing for free, so no.
I mean, I think I'm pretty sure the stakes in this current situation is death.
You gotta pay me.
I guess. I mean,
Well, would get a whole mansion. It's quite a lot. Or, I mean, I think I have some pennies.
how about a mushroom?
I can create those at will and bring them to life, so I'm okay with that.
Suit yourself. I'll eat the mushroom. Goes back into my cavity.
So we get this fifth head. Where is the fifth head? You said it's
It's up, and we're told up. So I imagine up means the very top of the house. So it's either leave these here, head up to the top, where allegedly Penelope has it, who wants us all to die.
turns to the heads. Are the windows breakable from the outside?
I mean, depends on how hard you throw something at them, but I'd assume so.
Turns to the others. Do you trust me?
Not
What
in
do
the
you
slightest.
plan on throwing at the window?
Trust is a
Kind
very
of points
strong
upwards. It holds 4 people, and it's pretty fast. And I'm pretty sure that any animate object you crash against a living one causes things to break. And my spaceship does that.
Has that been here this whole time?
Okay, I mean, it's a good way to get up there. However, what I worry about is us going to Penelope, confronting Penelope to take the head back here to weaken Penelope to then go and confront Penelope. Do you see the
We can just super again.
possible issue?
I could distract Penelope while you are planning this caper.
Wait, is Penelope the lady of the house?
Yes.
Yes.
She's the one that tried to kill you.
Oh, I thought she was a lady of the house. Oh, wow, that's pretty cool. I was almost killed by the main one. Oh, yeah, I was almost killed by the main one.
You were almost killed by the main one. Yep.
I can run distraction on the lady of the house while all 3 of you do this.
I'm pretty sure a spaceship flying through a window is pretty big distraction.
I don't do well with heights or fast moving.
It has
I could
seat
sing
belts.
again.
The Duke could sing again.
That
I
would
have
distract
an
her.
idea. But my ideas are not usually very good. But I think
Tell
this
us
one is quite
anyway.
good. Okay. Well, instead of us going up there, like Le Beau said, a distraction technique is good. But, we know that Penelope likes her horse Nightshade. So somebody could go to the stables and they could get Nightshade. And if they were to, I don't know, take Nightshade somewhere or just start speaking to Nightshade, maybe Penelope might show up. And that person could chat about Nightshade while everyone else gets the bust.
We kidnap Nightshade.
Well, I wasn't going to kidnap. I don't think we should kidnap Nightshade because, it's a horse.
But then
So
Nightshade
it
would be our horse.
It would be our horse.
I've got a
How-
plan.
we could stick Nightshade into the ship.
Really want to use the ship, don't you?
I kind of want to crash my ship into a house, but yes.
But
Well, how
the
about
thing
we
is,
take
want the
Nightshade?
house.
Well, yeah, we do. Maybe we take Nightshade, maybe tie Nightshade's horseshoe to the spaceship, and then put the spaceship in through the window, and then she's going to be like, "Oh no, they have my Nightshade!" And
I don't like that.
It's a bit
Okay.
abusey.
I don't like that one.
We're not abusing the horse. We're taking a horseshoe that the horse is not using.
well, I mean, I did used to watch the blacksmiths take horseshoes off. You can do it without harming the horse.
A good smith would know how to remove a horseshoe without harming the horse.
Well, I meant that.
A sort of competent blacksmith would be able to do that. Yeah.
Well, I kind of meant that, she's a bit murderous. And if we show up and we're like, how we have your horse, she's probably just going to kill us because that's what I would do. And I'm not even that murderous.
I don't think you're murderous at all.
No, I'm not.
How about this? Try the stealthy approach to get to her room to steal said head away. If things go south, Margo, activate your spaceship and use it as a getaway. And then crash it into the stable. I don't know.
We're avoiding the horses, so I'll crash it into the graveyard.
Where we need to bring the head.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she wants something, and we want something. We want the bust, and she wants someone to become another person of the house, to marry someone. I don't know who she wants them to marry. She wasn't very clear on the specifics. She just had a hatchet. So maybe we could tell her that we're interested in a conversation. That might be enough to distract her while someone gets the bust.
Well, Duke, your body falls apart on the regular. Can you survive a beheading?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure I want to try it out.
We could try it now.
No, I would rather you not.
I mean, we could go
just
find
in
a
case.
necromancer to, pop you back up. I mean...
Okay, well, let's call that Plan D.
Let's call that Plan F.
Yeah, so we have... So what the plans we have? We have the spaceship. We have kidnap a horse, stealthing in or having a conversation.
We could be really charming and nice to her. Maybe we could charm our way through this, and she might be like, oh, actually, they seem like really nice people. Maybe this might be my one chance at love, and then we can be like, haha, we got your bust. Now you're doomed.
The stone head, not her actual. Alright, well.
Oh, you were right to clarify that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, which one of us is fake getting married?
I'm getting on in years, and I still have not found someone to court, so...
Ghost ladies can be very, very nice as partners.
Yeah, time to turn the charm on.
You can do it.
All right, let's go talk to a ghost lady and get a wedding rolling.
I do love weddings. Can I help plan it? Just like walking to the house.
Okay. So where are you going?
I guess we're going up to the attic, I guess, right? That's the highest point of the house.
Yeah. You can go up and you find the attic. It is full of dust and cobwebs. The air here is significantly colder than the rest of the house as you enter. And this dust is in thick layers over boxes and packages that have been long neglected. From the far end of the room, there's a soft humming of the same melancholy tune that you heard Penelope playing on the piano earlier. It's coming from behind a ornate room divider. There's also a soft glow of candlelight coming from the other side as well.
Do we call out to see if she's here, or?
That does make sense. Penelope?
Oh, you came back to see me. Did you rethink my offer? And the voice comes from behind the screen.
Well, actually, I was wondering if you would like to discuss said offer in detail. I had some questions about becoming a member of the house.
Well, of course. And what is it that we can do for you?
Well, I would like to see if there's any form of contract, informal writing, any sort of stipulations that you might have on eligible membership.
Oh, no stipulations. However, it is customary to present one with a dowry and also make sure that one is provided for should anything untoward happen later.
Is there an interviewing process that you do, or is it first come, first serve? Actually, would you mind discussing in detail with me? And Le Beau is doing a go motion to the other three.
Look for the bust. Look for the bust.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
She will entertain your questions. Do you move around the screen to go talk to her?
Only with her permission.
You can.
Okay.
As you round the corner, she is sitting there, dressed in a fine white wedding gown, cut in the same Victorian fashion. The veil for the gown is draped over the mirror of her dressing table, and she's looking into the table, putting on her makeup. Around her sit hat boxes. Some stacked, some not, but all neatly arranged. And each one has a wedding portrait on top of it. And as you move past her, you see one after another as the wedding portraits change. And the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and then the fifth one. They start out as a happy young couple and morph into a dead gentleman standing next to a woman in a white Victorian wedding gown, a cleaver in her hand, and in each one there is another string of pearls that has been added to her neck.
I must ask, my lady, may I take a seat?
Of course. I would be a bad hostess if I said no.
He will take a chair opposite, like from her, so that he's not in view of the mirror to distract her from her makeup. You said that there were 5 weddings here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Over the years, what's the frequency at which you've had these weddings?
Oh, well, it depends. My first husband, we met when I was quite young. Unfortunately, he had a little accident on the stairs. And then, in my sorrow, I met my second husband, the undertaker, from the town nearby. A kind gentleman. Unfortunately, illness took him from us far too soon, and I was left alone again. The next summer, I met a gentleman who was selling items door to door. Snake oil, they called him. I thought he was fascinating. Unfortunately for him, his snake oil turned out to be poisonous, and he left me as well. And then, the following summer, I met my fourth husband. A wonderful, wonderful man, so kind and caring. Unfortunately, he was thrown from his horse on the cliffs. And then there was my last husband, my dear, sweet William. Unfortunately, he left for work one day and never came back. I heard they found his body in the quarry. Such a pity.
I see that your life has been filled with such tragedy, but to continue on, that is the signs of a strong individual.
Yes, it is, isn't it? But that is what one must do when one is in such a high station. There are those that need to be looked after all. And as she's saying that, she is playing with the pearls around her neck and eyeing you.
Well, I am one to also render aid to those who need it. A bit of a wandering priest, so to say. Though I've never myself found anyone to settle down with, I was considering taking up your offer. If you will have me, I am a bit on in years.
Oh my, this is a most unexpected event. I would be honored. And she puts out her ghostly hand, and as she turns towards you, away from the mirror where she has been fixing her makeup, there is a skeletal head that turns towards you. Half of that beautiful facade is gone, and the decaying rot underneath is clear to see.
Okay. Sorry. You know when you used to be Lucy and you did those rolls to see if you liked something or not?
Did you just do a roll?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What is everyone else doing as I'm talking to her?
What are the rest of you doing as this is going on?
Frantically looking through everything in the attic just so we can find a bust.
Yeah, go ahead and everyone roll some d20s.
I got a
Natural
1.
20.
Okay.
15.
Okay. Remy, you get caught up in the cobwebs and the spiders that keep getting all tangled up in your hair and in your fingers as you are moving around. Margo and the Duke, the two of you peek from around the corner and you see the hat boxes and you see the wedding portraits and you get the gist of what's happening behind that screen. And you see off in a corner another hat box, much like the rest. And as you go to open it, you see a marble head face up. Hello there. Can you get me out of here? I'd appreciate it.
Oh, that's great. I'm assuming you're...
Can you... Don't let the crazy one hear you.
Okay, I'll...
He's off a rocker, that one. Really likes that meat cleaver.
Okay, I believe you, but shh. I'll put the lid back on the box.
Oh, okay. It's the light was nice.
Okay, I think I have the bust. I'm trying to signal to Remy and Margo.
Okay.
Have it.
Marco's right beside you, just watching this, eating what looks to be a little cracker.
Oh, that's a bust. Okay.
Okay, so get Le Beau out of there.
I don't know if he wants to come out of there.
Okay.
He seems pretty happy.
Are you quite sure?
Yeah.
Well, how about and I'll look from like Margo to Remy, like to try weighing up who I trust this bust with. Why don't both of you take this down and I'll stay with Le Beau.
Both of you put a hand on either side. Buddy system. Okay.
Take this down to the choir outside the graveyard, okay?
Okay.
Go!
Oh, now, okay.
Just put an arm around Remy and steer her outside downstairs.
Hello, Mr. Bus. My name is Remy.
Okay. You two are sneaking downstairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Duke, what are you doing?
I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to go crash the party with Le Beau. I'm going to walk around the screen. Are we all getting on around here?
Le Beau immediately stands up. Oh, my dear Duke. Sorry, you have caught me in a very sensitive situation.
Oh, I apologize. How does it all go? Are you going to be part of the family?
You know, the lady here has been very convincing, and I am considering the notion.
Yeah. Well, I hope you do find your place in our family. I know we have definitely found what we were looking for when we came here.
Right. My lady, excuse me for one moment. I need to make sure that my affairs are in order. Dowry and maybe a proper suit.
Oh, let me help you, my love. I'm sure I can scrounge up something to help you look the part of the noble gentleman that you are.
Oh no!
And with that, Duke, you see her rise from her sitting place. So she is nearly as skeletal as you are, and she picks up the veil off of the dressing table, and she takes your arm.
Right. To the dressing room, then?
There is a full closet in the master suite. I stocked it myself.
Ah, fantastic. As you recall, this is my first time in this house. Maybe we could take a scenic route on the way to the dressing room. Maybe we could do a tour of the upstairs.
As you are trying to negotiate this stalling tactic, Margo and Remy, can you both roll me d20s? I want to see if you are able to sneak away through this creaky old house.
Natural 20.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Yeah. So you both get successes, and you make it out of the house without a single sound being out of place. You hear the kitchen still cooking away. You hear that lid come up again. Hello, as you pass by, and you head outside to the cemetery.
Kind of flick the hat box lid open and just kind of pull out the bus. I don't think you need to be in there anymore.
Oh, please, please get me out of here. I don't remember what accent I was doing for this, so now I'm just doing this one. Please put me back. Please. Please stop me from talking like this.
Lift up the lid again. Hello.
The chef again.
You're not supposed to be here, but we'll take it.
Weird, this house seems to have a thing for heads. Like, they're just everywhere. Maybe that's the answer to all of this.
Letting heads roll? This isn't England. Kind of goes to the graveyard and pushes the head onto the bus.
Mm-hmm. And you fix it back into place, and the other busts cheer, and then it's a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and they go back into the song in a perfect 5-part harmony, and you listen as they sing the chorus to this song, and each one begins to glow at the climax of the chorus, and you watch as 5 spirits rise up from the dirt through these busts in their full barbershop quartet attire, singing, and they drift slowly away up towards the sky, out of sight and out of hearing range. Meanwhile, inside, How are you all distracting Penelope in the house?
Heading to the master bedroom, right?
The power of our love was too strong, apparently.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Sorry, my jaw fell off.
I tend to have that effect on others.
Yes. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. So what room is this? And I'll try to force her to give us a tour of the upstairs.
The guest room.
Oh, right. Okay. And what about this one?
The other guest room.
It's 2 guests. Fantastic. Oh, and this one over here.
That is also a guest room. The master suite is at the end of the hall. Didn't the caretaker show you to it?
Oh, no, I haven't actually seen the caretaker in quite a while. Let's go talk to the caretaker. He was
No
a real
need.
character.
I'm sure we can find our way. And her grip on your arm, Le Beau, tightens as she leads you down the hallway to the master suite.
Is something the matter, my dear?
Well, of course not. I just want to make sure that we have everything that you need to look your best on our big day.
I would ask that you loosen your grip a little bit. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh. She giggles, but her grip does not loosen. And she leads you over to the wardrobe.
We should probably eat. So maybe I should go get some soup for us. Can't get married on an empty stomach.
She leads you to the master suite and opens that wardrobe that you all previously explored earlier that was empty, and opens it to an array of men's suiting and other fine attire, should you not want a suit. Well stocked with coats, dresses, shoes, pants, dress shorts, if that's your vibe. Everything you could possibly need, as well as a more decorative cane.
This one's fine. For reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Khaki and Hawaiian shirt.
Chubby Sperry's and a polo.
Oh, we couldn't have you in anything so casual. And she pulls out the nicest of fine attire, something that would cost hundreds of gold to have made. I think this will do.
Whew, that's a bit gaudy for me, but I will try my best. If you'll excuse me, and you'll take the clothes and go like to a side room to change. Duke, would you mind helping me? My old bones aren't what.
As you try to leave the room, the door slams shut.
Oh, not like the room, but is there like a side room, like
No.
a bathroom? Okay, I'm changing here.
Maybe, yeah, okay. We'll maybe try them all on, just in case. Not all at once.
And as you say this, Penelope goes to say something and stumbles forward. As this is the point where the busts have all ascended. My love, where are your friends?
I have actually no idea where they are. Last I saw them, they were in the hall. Truth. And he doesn't actually know where they are.
I shall go attend to them. I wouldn't want them to miss our big day.
I think they went to go get soup, actually.
And with that, she sinks through the floor.
Duke, with all haste.
Yes, quite. Let's go, and we'll.
I cannot move as fast as you are. You are more spry than I. I will catch up.
Oh well. How about I jump on my back? Let's go.
That is degrading at best. Go.
Okay, off I go. I'll sprint off.
You start running down the hallway. Past 1 door. Past 2 doors. Past 3 doors. Past 10 doors. Until finally you come to the end. To a door that should be where there is normally a wall.
I think I remember this. I'll open the door at the end.
You open it. Roll me a d6.
Wait, what am I rolling? A d6?
A d6.
Oh, I don't have a d6. Does someone have a d6 on them?
I do.
Anyone can roll it, yeah.
Yeah, roll me a d6, Robyn. Someone.
Oh, okay. 2.
2.
You open it into the bathroom.
Okay, I'll close it again.
Okay.
Then open it again.
Roll me the d6 again. RJ?
Oh, sorry. 5.
You open it to the foyer, the grand hall.
Yeah, that'll do, and I'll run through it.
Okay. You run out into the grand hall and you run outside and you see Penelope gliding across the lawn towards the cemetery.
My lady! My lady! I'll just follow.
Mm-hmm. And Remy and Margo, you hear the sound of the Duke's voice shouting, "Milady! Milady!"
Well, you see, Remy, there is actually a Candyland we can go visit after this if you want to go. The apple candies are really good. Just make sure you don't buy them from the Green Witch because she tends to poison her apples if you want to do the whole sleeping thing.
I mean, I haven't slept in a while. Maybe that could be okay for a time.
Yeah. I mean, she wakes you up after an hour or whatever time you said, so.
Oh, can we make it longer? Like 8 hours or something? And then
The shouting begins.
Oh, I guess, yeah, we can organize that, I'm sure.
The skeleton running towards. Oh, it's a Duke. It's just a Duke. Oh, he always gets me.
As you see the Duke, you also see Penelope gliding towards you slowly across the lawn.
Oh no.
She seems mad.
No, I don't think they can do expressions. I think they seem
Very wax figure.
Yeah.
Le Beau, where are you?
Le Beau has paused for a moment in the room and then followed after the Duke, given a couple of minutes. So he is bringing up the rear.
Okay. As Penelope reaches the cemetery gates, we'll say that you are all outside, and this is where we will begin combat, as she does not look happy with the two of you. What would the party like to do first? In this game, the party goes before the opponents. So the party will get an opportunity to decide what they want to do, in what order, and we'll go from there.
Well, Remy. Sorry, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I can provoke. I have an ability to provoke someone, taunt basically.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's happy with that.
Like to show up after a round for narrative reasons.
So,
Okay.
Duke will taunt. What do you want to do, Remy?
I was gonna say Remy's gonna kind of be I am done being scared sort of thing, and she takes out her frying pan and puts it around over her shoulder, her frying pan, which she has a steel pact with. And she's going to grab that and put it over, and she's just I am done being scared of things, and I am just gonna knock her head off.
Okay, you're going to swing at her?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Nice.
So she
Swing.
Mhm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm making notes.
That's fine.
is it taunting happen first?
Yes.
Or
Yeah, so I basically have their attention for a minute until someone hits them. So
You should go last instead then.
Well, I can do it again. It's cost nothing.
You get to do one thing during
One
the
thing.
round. So, who's going first?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll go first. I'll be
Mhm.
like, basically, just to get her facing me. I'll be like, my lady, I remember your side of the family. They were crooks and they were criminals. Let me tell you about your ancestors, and I'll go on and on like that until she turns around to me.
Okay, is there a role associated with your taunt?
No, not at all. No, it just says for the next minute, the target focuses its attention on you, ignoring all others, and the effect ends if the target's hit. So.
Fabulous. All right, who's going next?
I can whack her with a frying pan because I have a steel pact. If I fail, I can re-roll. The other one is a nat 20 thing, but it's against a minion, which I don't think she is.
No. And then, Jen, what were you going to do?
I think a wind kind of picks up as the ground starts to break apart beneath her as Margo casts Nature's Wrath, which causes a natural disaster, one of 3 natural disasters. I'm choosing an earthquake because it doesn't specify.
Okay.
More to break beneath her and pull her down.
Okay, is there something that comes up to actually pull her?
No, I think it's more of just breaks apart because, I don't know,
Okay.
earthquakes don't really pull people. They kind of just trip them up and make them fall down.
Yep. She is floating, so she won't be
Okay,
pulled
then
down into anything.
Then I won't do that. Actually, I'll recite a poem.
Okay.
Commands nature as Margo recites a poem of what sounds like something you'd say in a star field, something otherworldly, and the plants will come up and kind of just start wrapping and encasing her into a tree.
Okay.
Yes, that's it.
All right. That makes a perfect target for Remy. Remy, go ahead and swing away.
Okay. That's 13.
13. Okay. That is a success. What is your damage?
I don't know.
I believe you guys do 2.
I think it was 2. Yeah, it said 2.
Okay. All right. That means that it is her turn. And with that, she reaches out a spectral claw. And she will reach out at the person who got her attention first. Duke, she will try and hit you. Let's see how she does. She is successful, so you will take 4 points of damage.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
But that means that it is your turn again, Adventures. What are you going to do this time? She is currently being encased into a tree. Not fully, but almost.
At this time, Le Beau arrives on the battlefield. He has doffed his old outfit and is now wearing one of those pristine suits.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to approach her and reach out a hand.
Okay. Are you saying anything?
He'll ask the rest of the party to let him deal with this.
Okay. She turns towards you, and stuck in the tree, she takes your hand.
Now, dear, it is not quite the wedding that you were expecting, but I do have a means and methods for to right the situation.
Her head turns to the side and listens.
If you are to accept this, I will, of course, I will be married to you. I will accept this. But you must accept my aid first.
There is a moment where she is still, and then she glides down out from these branches, and she is standing in front of you with your hand still holding hers.
There's a small smile across Le Beau's face. He begins to chant, and I'm casting Sacrifice. It is a legendary ability in which I sacrifice maximum HP to bring a dead creature back to life.
Okay. You can go ahead and bring the serial killer back to life.
Yeah, but there are so many hungry ghosts waiting for her. Le Beau says, "Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today in union between myself, Claude Le Beau, and Lady Penelope." I don't know her last name.
It is Penelope. Her full name is Penelope P. Morgan.
Lady Penelope P. Morgan. O Sister Death, O Sister Mercy, bring this piteous soul back from the grave so they may receive their just deserts.
And you watch as there is that rush of wind again as when you release the poet spirit. But this time, instead of releasing, something is brought into Penelope. And slowly, almost as if from the core of this ghost, flesh begins to seep back out to cover the bones. And you watch as tendons and muscles just glide into place. And before you stands Penelope, as she was on the day before her death, a young woman in her early 30s, dressed in a white wedding dress, her veil still in her hand, 5 strands of pearls around her neck. Well, this was most unexpected.
Telling me.
Could do the same thing for the Duke if they wanted, but I'm not offering that because they seem content.
It's like, you could do that the whole time?
You never asked.
I've been on a quest for my body for years.
Yeah.
So, with this, does this ability drop you to 0 HP?
No, it just takes 2 off my max.
Takes
every
2 off
time
your
I use
max.
it.
Okay. All right. So it is still the party's turn. What will the rest of you do?
Margo gives Le Beau a look. Now, if I give you something back, will this kind of points to Penelope physical body stay?
Give me something back.
I am the most powerful naturalist here in the world. I have a spaceship. I'm the coolest naturalist in the world. Anyways, kind of clasp my hand together and kind of pulls apart what looks like almost reality. And as wisps of magic kind of floats in the air, she holds out one to Le Beau and then one to the Duke. Like I said, I'm mushrooms and all magic. And she'll heal both of you for your max HP using Echoes of Creation. It restores all your hit points.
Yeah, but it doesn't give me back max HP.
It just says restores the hit points of all creatures within the scenes. Wisps of magic just kind of appear.
If the ability that Le Beau used reduces his max HP, you can't add back to his max HP.
Gotcha.
If that makes sense. But you could definitely give HP to the Duke.
Yeah, do that.
All right. Duke, what are you doing?
Oh no. I feel like, what can I do? I can retreat. I can charge. I don't want to do any of these things. Size up.
Continue taunting.
I've spotted one that I might want to use. Hang on. Size up. You evaluate the capabilities of a nearby creature or group of creatures. The guide will give you useful insight into their capabilities, strength, vulnerabilities, or resistances. At a minimum, you will receive an accurate assessment from the guide about whether they would pose a fair fight. So I would like to do that, please.
Okay, so it's
basically just assessing whether are they a threat now, or could we kill her now, or is she still very much a threat?
Based on what you have seen in this house, nothing here is ever what it seems. However, there was nothing indicating in the portraits that Penelope was dead when she murdered her previous husbands. You get the sense that this lady's a serial killer, and y'all just gave her a brand new life.
Okay,
So
team,
yes,
I think she's
still a
still a
threat.
problem. I think she's still a problem.
All right. And that will be your turn. Remy, what are you doing? It's just been determined that this person is still dangerous to you all, as she is a serial killer.
Remy sort of looks around, still looking like she's quite timid and everything. And then she just sort of like looks over at Penelope and just smiles slightly. And she shapeshifts into like a really angry, hungry looking wolf.
Okay.
Ready to just attack.
Okay. And that brings us to Penelope's turn. Le Beau, she is looking at you with all the love and adoration of a new bride. As she takes her cleaver and swings it right for your neck. See if she lands a hit. And she does.
Can I use the shield ability that summons a magical shield that blocks damage?
You can if you have that ability. Does it block all damage or?
It just says block damage.
Perfect. Yep, then it blocks all the damage. So you will not take the 4 HP off. But that is her turn. You all just saw as she tried to kill her new husband.
What was the plan here, Le Beau?
Le Beau smiles as he turns his head slightly and the blade misses. Just narratively, he takes a hand, wraps it behind her back, and points his cane at the ground, turns it like a key. I did say as a stipulation you will be receiving your just desserts, my dear. And he casts a sigil to summon all the ghosts she's ever killed.
Okay. You all watch as from the cemetery behind you, and from the house, and from various points on the land itself, ghosts of all sorts, of all tax brackets, rise up into the sky. The light that they produce from their combined force is almost blinding, and they begin crashing into her as you hold on to her, Le Beau. What would you all like to do? As she is now not looking good.
Now I do remember the term being "till death do us part."
Who's next?
I think Margo's like, I guess? I mean, looks to Duke and then looks to Remy. I mean, we could have a marshmallow roasting thing over here. I mean, the ghosts are roasting.
I mean, maybe we should just run.
Remy's a wolf right now, so...
Remy appears to be a wolf, so...
kind of sniffing at one of the bones on Duke's body, just...
No, don't do that, Remy. Don't take his leg bone.
Okay, so are you all just passing your turn?
Well, actually, I mean, so I've got something called Marshall when he faces a serious test of strength. I mean, we maybe all... Basically, it takes us all to do it, but we could all just... jump on her as well, and basically, so I have one. It's called Marshall. When you face a serious test of strength, you can organize the help of your allies to overcome it. The whole party must be nearby and able to participate. Everyone in the party must roll the die. If the majority of the players scores success or better, you're able to overcome the challenge. So we could just all jump on her, I guess.
Okay, yeah. All of you go ahead and roll a d20 for me. And then you can all describe in what way you all contribute to ending this ghost. Now, not ghost.
Person.
Serial killer.
I think you were searching.
I was.
You walk into a town, you see two non-ghosts.
Can we just describe every person?
You see ghosts with corporeal forms. They are.
Roll your d20s.
It's future ghosts. A 17.
17.
Bones haven't hatched yet.
Jen, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
A 10, okay.
I got a 3.
A 3? Okay.
13.
13. Okay. So, you did not all get successes. However, there is a tough choice that can be made by the group. One of you will have to give up something important. And I won't tell you what it is until you decide who is giving something up.
I do it.
Okay.
No, you've already given up half your lifespan.
I do it. I'm already hugging her.
Okay.
I feel it makes sense to let Le Beau.
Unless someone else wants to argue, not argue, but wager.
Defense. No, I think narratively, yeah. Le Beau's the closest. All of us are kind of just ghost piling on with other.
Okay.
Sorry.
So here's what happens. You all make attacks on this person, effectively ending them. However, in the process, there is a price that is paid as all of this ghostly energy is also pouring into her. And Le Beau, you watch as she smiles at you ever so sweetly. Oh, my love. Don't you see? Death isn't the end. We'll always be together. And as she falls, your arm is infused with the energy of all of these specters, including her. And from now on, from the shoulder down, although your arm can be physically felt by others, when you look through it, it takes on the appearance of a specter. Completely transparent with a ghostly green glow.
Le Beau gently rests her on the ground and looks at his new hand. Well, that's mighty different. No, I will not chop their heads off.
She really wants you to.
I know, darling, but hold on. We'll plan this out later. My hand speaks to me now.
That's weird.
Fantastic.
Remy's gonna chew the Duke's leg off if we don't leave.
And as you say that, you look about as all of the ghosts that had poured into her are now drifting up into the sky as the sun is coming up. And you have all remained on the estate for the entire night. Duke, you now own this estate. And that is where we will end our game for the day.
Need 4 more hours, my love. I don't know.
As you all survived the night. Good job.
That was amazing. That was
Well
amazing.
done.
I haven't laughed so much in a game in so long.
Oh my gosh, all of the accents. You are incredible.
That was
Can we get one
What
more
can I
hello?
say? I gave them all I got.
Can we get one more hello?
With that, we will save the rest of our commentary for the after show. If you would like to join us for that, you can go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin and join us there. Thanks for joining us for this haunted adventure. If you want to check out Quest, you can pick up the rules for free on Adventure Guild's website. Not sponsored, I just really love this system. The Duke was played by Oliver. Remy was played by Robyn. Claude Le Beau was played by RJ. Margo Dayweather was played by Jen. Your GM was Sarah Roberts. Check the show notes for links to everyone's social media, and be sure to leave us a comment if you decide to give Quest a try. Happy adventuring, everybody!